Naked humans froze quickly in harsh ice age winds. Mammoth fur trapped heat better than bare skin. Draping hides was the first step toward wearing clothes. Stone tools allowed hides to be cut into wearable shapes. Bone needles made it possible to sew clothes that actually fit. Fitted clothing improved movement while hunting and gathering. Layered clothing helped humans survive freezing climates. Warm clothing allowed humans to migrate beyond Africa. Scraping fat from hides created soft, flexible leather. Smoking hides prevented decay and extended their lifespan. Sealskins provided natural waterproof protection. Insulated boots protected feet from frostbite. Fur hoods shielded faces from icy winds. Mittens kept hands warm while remaining practical. Belts carried essential tools and freed both hands. Decorated clothing showed social status and identity. Different colors represented clans and strengthened unity. Special garments marked important rituals and ceremonies. Sewing skills passed from one generation to the next. Well-made clothing became a valuable trade item. Garment making evolved into a specialized craft. Extra clothing was stored for harsh winters. Repairing clothes saved precious resources. Clothing transformed humans into global survivors. Choosing the right fur improved warmth and protection. Testing hide flexibility prevented future damage. Urine softened hides through natural chemical reactions. Stretching hides stopped uneven shrinking. Brain tanning preserved softness and flexibility. Controlled smoking strengthened and protected hides. Plant fibers offered alternatives to animal skins. Twisted fibers created strong thread for weaving. Simple looms made woven fabrics possible. Felting produced warm fabric without weaving. Natural dyes added lasting colors to clothing. Beeswax improved water resistance. Layering different materials increased insulation. Ventilation designs helped regulate body temperature. Extra stitching strengthened weak points. Removable linings adapted clothing to changing seasons. Ochre coatings protected leather from sunlight. Braided trims strengthened seams and added decoration. Body forms improved garment fitting. Charcoal markings reduced material waste. Bone templates standardized clothing patterns. Hand-specific gloves improved comfort and control. Child-sized garments fit growing bodies better. Bone toggles secured clothing without metal. Replaceable soles extended footwear life. Songs preserved clothing knowledge across generations. Leader clothing showed authority without words. Mourning garments expressed grief and respect. Ceremonial clothing marked important life changes. Different clothing reflected social responsibilities. Specialist clothing identified skilled workers. Alliance symbols strengthened peaceful relationships. Visible markers enforced social rules. Protective amulets combined belief with clothing. Age symbols represented wisdom and experience. Family patterns preserved ancestral identity. Achievements were proudly displayed through clothing. Uniforms strengthened unity and teamwork. Fertility symbols celebrated new life. Hospitality clothing welcomed visitors warmly. Mediator clothing represented peace and neutrality. Festival clothing celebrated successful harvests. Ceremonial garments honored important initiations. Traditional clothing connected people with ancestors. Gift clothing strengthened friendships between tribes. Weather-ready clothing showed mastery over nature. Modesty clothing reflected changing cultural values. Adornment increased beauty and attraction. Protective clothing created an intimidating appearance. Camouflage improved hunting success. Quiet footwear helped hunters move silently. Scent masking reduced the chance of detection. Reflective materials enabled long-distance signaling. Flotation clothing helped people cross rivers safely. Harnesses increased carrying capacity. Multi-purpose garments saved valuable resources. Clothing reduced mental stress and improved focus. Symbols on clothing encouraged abstract thinking. Preparing seasonal clothing strengthened future planning. Making clothes together improved cooperation. Decoration developed artistic creativity. Adornment increased self-awareness. Apprenticeships preserved valuable skills. Long production times taught patience. Experimentation encouraged innovation. Shared traditions built cultural identity. Clothing rules strengthened social order. Personal style expressed individuality. Understanding others' needs encouraged empathy. Clothing preserved personal memories. Choosing clothing expressed independence. Different situations required different clothing. Limited resources encouraged ethical thinking. Constant sensory feedback strengthened body awareness. Clothing changed how humans experienced the world. Ceremonial clothing inspired spiritual experiences. Garment failures taught resilience. Imagining future needs strengthened creativity. Providing clothing built trust within communities. Dependence on clothing encouraged humility. Making clothing created deep focus and satisfaction. Clothing preserved meaningful memories. Evaluating quality improved critical thinking. Clothing rituals supported emotional healing. Experience developed practical wisdom. Clothing helped humans live in harmony with nature. Modern fabrics evolved from ancient survival clothing. Ancient garments connect us with our ancestors. Traditional techniques still inspire modern fashion. Slow fashion reflects ancient resourcefulness. Science confirms clothing affects thoughts and emotions. Traditional clothing keeps cultures alive. Smart textiles combine ancient ideas with modern technology. Clothing history celebrates human ingenuity. Access to clothing supports dignity and human rights. Clothing can help rebuild confidence and identity. Clothing raises profound questions about human existence. Artists explore memory and identity through clothing. Ancient DNA reveals hidden stories from garments. Museums celebrate clothing traditions from around the world. Laws protect traditional clothing heritage. Ethical businesses honor ancient values. Clothing swaps reduce waste and support sustainability. Research shows how clothing poverty affects lives. Biodegradable fabrics return naturally to the earth. Stories preserve the origins of clothing. Respectful dialogue protects cultural traditions. Conservation preserves garments for future generations. Critical thinking improves the clothing industry. Innovation imagines a better future for clothing. Elders pass valuable wisdom to younger generations. Inclusive voices strengthen clothing traditions. Collaboration solves clothing challenges together. Mindful choices reflect personal values. Gratitude honors those who came before us. Curiosity keeps learning alive. Creativity continues the evolution of clothing. Clothing connects the past, present, and future. Repair restores both materials and meaning. Protecting clothing heritage protects human history. Clothing continues evolving with humanity. Inspiration encourages positive change. Different perspectives create stronger ideas. Living your values gives clothing true meaning. Passing knowledge forward preserves our legacy. The story of clothing continues with every generation.